am feeling lucky today because you are the one who joined first. So that's very fortunate, isn't it?
I don't know about that.
Well, I'm feeling like out of the world at the moment, like over the moon.
Over the
What
moon.
we call.
Okay.
Yeah. And what's the
I
other
take that
idiom?
as a compliment.
Yeah, and it's all. Yeah, it is compliment. Well, you deserve compliments, and this is what I'm trying to say. So I'm over the cloud nine.
Yes, sir. Whatever floats your boat.
Yep. And I don't know why everyone is sleeping today. They generally are very quick to join in.
It's
But we have
weekend, I
Dipto.
think. It's because it's weekend.
Yeah, everyone is in weekend mood except me and you.
Oh, you know what? It just so happened that I had my meeting, or like two meetings. So I just thought, like, okay, before I go to sleep, I'll join you in your session. It's no big
Right?
deal. It's
Yes.
harder to wake up from sleep than to, stay up for a little more.
You
Uh,
know, well,
it's
I
okay.
have
I
a
can
recommend.
stay up if I haven't slept yet. I can still extend that. But when I'm already sleeping, it's just hard for me to wake up.
Right, right. The fact is, I will recommend you to sleep in night and wake up in a day. I mean, this is very, very important because your immune system is highly dependent on your sleep, right? If you won't sleep, your immune system is going to weak, going to be getting weaker day by day. And
It's not
let me be
happening,
honest.
sir.
Yeah. And in the time of pandemic, we need this strong immunity. I mean, this is what my
I'm
recommendation is for
very
you.
strong. Don't worry.
I know you are strong. I don't doubt that.
Okay, so what's the deal?
Yeah, and someone is trying to join in. Sorry, sir.
We are only three.
No, people are joining in. It's very popular. Sandro is joining in. One of my friends from Peru.
I wait all the day for this session.
Oh, thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. It's like, and I would like to introduce you one of my friend. Sandro. Sandro, hi. It's long time, sir.
Hello, mate. How are you?
Hi.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, that's what I sent you meeting link and thanks for joining in.
Yes, yes. I joined because I just want to know about you. I want to know, catch up with your life. What's going on with your, new activities.
Everything is going good, my friend, and I was trying to help people out. And Rita, would you like to say hello to Rita? I mean, she's based in Canada, and she's the tutor of us. She's host all these meetings for us, and she's very kind to provide us the coaching for IELTS speakings. Would you like to say hello?
Hello.
I mean,
Hello,
yeah,
hello, Rita. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, hi.
meet Sandro.
Is that
Sandro, meet
Sandro?
Rita.
Okay. Actually, this is Dave's show, so he's running the show today. I'm just in the background.
Okay.
But thank you for the introduction, Dave.
Not a problem. So, Sandro and other members, right? And Halal join us for the first time. So, what I'll do, I'll tell you the pattern in which we follow. All these sessions in which we'll allocate one will be the examiner, the other will be the examinee, and we'll ask five questions, right, to each other, and I'll allocate in two different teams. The two teams. One will be the examiner, other will be the examinee, and we'll ask five questions today to each other, right? And we will practice, the part one questions today. Does it make sense?
Yes,
Yes, it may.
definitely.
All right.
It do. It does.
Yes, thank you, Sandro. So, Sandro, I will pair you with one of my good friend, Dipto Sarkar, right? And you will be the examiner, Dipto, for Sandro, and in part one, please, and ask 5 questions to each other, please. Over to you guys now.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Can I ask now?
Yes, please. Ask questions to Sandro and then swap with each other, please.
Thank you. Do you like the neighborhood you live in?
Yes, I really like to live here because this city is so amazing. Because I believe I'm being surrounded by parks, there are many facilities around my neighborhood also. So yeah, my answer would be yes. I really, I've been really amazed from living here.
Okay. What do you do in your neighborhood in your free time?
Well, I used to go to the beach because there is a beach from I think 1 or 2 kilometers from here. But I now, because we are in lockdown in my country, I am not able to do that. People can go out, can do things that they used to do. But now I spend my time reading books, staying at home, playing with my computer, and so on. Those are my actual activities.
Okay. Would you like to live in another neighborhood in your town or city?
Yeah, hopefully I will. After this pandemic will fade away, I will move to a different city called Iquitos. This city is in the north part of my country. It's so hot. This city. I just want to visit this place because I have never been before there. So I want to go to Canada next year for studying purposes. So. Before I land to this country, I want to visit this place here, my country.
Well, are you enjoying your time with neighbor?
Yeah, definitely. I love it. I think, I moved out from another city 3 months back. Now in this city, I think I enjoy my life because, I'm highly happy to be here. There are many, as I mentioned before, many facilities. Even there are many beautiful sceneries and landscape as well. I can enhance my life by living here. So I'm very happy, very comfortable also.
I think you complete your 5 questions.
Okay. Let me ask you now. Just
Yes,
a
please.
second.
Thank you.
I mean, I had to ask you back, right?
Sandro, I can't hear your voice properly. It is very...
Yeah, I mentioned that
Yeah, bring
Yes.
5 questions from part 1, please, for Sandro to.
Okay, for part 1, right?
Yes, please.
Okay, just 1 second. Okay, what's the best present or gift you have ever received?
I'm very sorry, but I can't sound properly.
I will ask you again. What's the best present or gift you have ever received?
Sorry.
What's the best present or gift you have ever received? You have ever got?
Oh, okay. Well,
Gift or present? Have you got it?
1 minute, ma'am.
Is this a part one
If you
question,
want to, I can.
Sandro?
I get prize from. It was one of my birthday. My friends and my brothers give me birthday wish at that, and I don't think that they can give me that surprise. They call me at night, and it was a very amazing birthday night for me.
Okay. Do you give expensive gifts?
I think expensive gifts are not thing by used by money. I give my friends gift. Gift is as a book or diary, and I think it is expensive from me.
What do you give others as gifts?
Maximum time I gift my friends as a notebook or pen, and I think it is a very good and very important gift for them.
Okay. What kind of gifts are popular in your country?
Well, there are many different types of gifts, showpiece, books, diary, or religion books. But in our friend circle or our society, we mainly give each other as a religious book or notebooks.
Should be necessary to give gift on someone's birthday?
Can you tell me again?
Is it
Should be
necessary?
necessary to give. Should be necessary to give gifts on someone's birthday?
Is it important to give a gift to someone on his birthday?
I can't understand this question.
Is it important to give gifts to someone on
Yes, ma'am.
the birthday
Well,
birthday?
Well, it is not too necessary, but sometimes they expect from us to give them something, and they remember to use this gift or to see when they see these gifts, they remember us. I think
Okay.
it is.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sandro and Sarkar, for your participation. And Sandro, will you mind giving some suggestions to Sandro? I know there are few points you can raise, and that will help Sandro. That will help Sarkar to prepare for his IELTS examination. I know you are the experienced pro, so what will be your suggestions, please?
Well, my suggestion, I think that he could use flashcards and trying to work with it because I think that will improve his fluency. More vocabulary. Another thing I would say is, keep it up, man. You have to participate on these meetings. I think hopefully you will improve your fluency and your performance as well.
I think so. But when I read the vocabulary, I think maximum vocabularies are written. I read, but when I saw any movie or any other thing, I can understand them properly. But when I speak, I can't think. I think I have need to speak more in English.
Yeah, it's a process.
Yep, yep, I think so. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sandro, and thank you so much, Sarkar. Now I will pair Abdullah, Imran, Ahmed, and Immu with each other, and after that we'll take Ishini after that, and you guys will. I mean, guys. I mean, we are focusing on part one today, so please ask each other 5 questions in part one, please. Thank you. Abdullah, can you hear me?
Hi, Emran.
Hi.
Yes,
Immu.
yes, hello.
Hi.
Now let me ask you part one questions.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Do you like going to museums?
Yes, I like to museum because my children are very interested in to see in sculpture and other things. That's why I mostly with them go to museum.
Okay. Have you ever been to an art gallery?
Hello, hello.
Have
Yes,
you ever been to an art gallery?
yes. Art gallery. Actually, some exhibition regarding art gallery was held last month in our area, and not doing well so whole year, but sometime when they are held, I have to see and enjoy it. I think yes.
Okay. Did you take art classes when you were child?
Your
Did
voice
you
is breaking. Hello.
and did you take art classes when you were child?
No, no, I have never ever interested in art classes because this will never ever study a part of in examinations or academic study. Yes.
Okay. Are there any paintings on the walls in your room?
Near my home. Hello.
In your room. In your room.
In your yes, yes, yes. Many beautiful sceneries of Kashmir and American are sorry. Actually, I am diverting with my children. That's why. Yes, I have a beautiful sceneries in my room of forest and other things and sculpture, especially. Yes.
Okay. That's the end of your part one.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, yes. No, I'm
That's the end of part one.
okay.
Yeah, I mean, Abdullah, will you mind asking questions to Immu now, please? I mean, just one suggestion I can give you, Abdullah, over here, right?
Yeah, yes.
Abdullah, yes. When Immu was asking, I mean, don't be negative about your answers. I mean, it is not all about like if you like it or don't like it. I mean, create stories because they won't verify your information if it is honest or not. They'll judge you for your English. So let's say if I'm asking a question like, do you like any pets, and you said no, I mean that's the end of answer now, right? You can't say any more after that, right? But let's say you can be honest over here, but it is not giving you an opportunity to speak English. So create stories. Let's say let's talk about a dog, right? Although you like it or you didn't like it, but create some stories because this is going to give you marks.
Yes, yes, yes. Quite right. You are saying. They,
Right.
I agree with you. Yes,
Yes. Thank you
definitely.
so much, sir. Thank you so much. And now, can you ask questions to Immu in part one, please? And just ask
O-
5 questions.
Okay, 10 second only wait for me. Okay.
All right. No
Okay,
worries.
Immu,
Take your time.
I am coming. Okay. Wait.
Dave, is my voice audible or is it having issue with Imran's side?
I can hear you well. I don't know. I think it's Abdullah who can't hear you, but it's very good to me. I mean, I can hear you well.
Yeah, sure. Okay, thank you.
All right. Meanwhile, if he is awake, I can ask you some questions. Right?
Hello.
Let's look.
Okay.
I'll pair.
I
All
think
right.
he's back.
All right. Okay. Then carry on.
I think he's back.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
fine. Carry on.
I'm asking about hometown. Your okay. Okay. The first question is,
Okay.
what is the oldest place in your hometown?
Okay, well, there are many places in my hometowns which are like heritage sites which dated back to some colonial era. So we have one fort near my home which is built by the rulers of the South Indians, the Nizams. So it's like almost 14th century structure.
Okay, very nice. Okay, the next question is, what is there for a foreigner to do or see in your hometown?
Well, as I said, like we have a heritage site. So there are many foreigners who visit the sites, like almost 10,000 tourists visit the place per day. So there is like a good architectural structure, like the site is like almost 2,000 feet above the land level. So it's completely made up of rock. So it's like a good architectural building for foreigners to visit and see the structure.
Okay. How could your hometown be improved?
Also, with the growing of population, like we can see, like there are many traffic problems which the citizens are facing. So I think in near future, it's the responsibility of state to make some arrangements for the alternative roads for the tourists.
Okay. Uh, one question more I ask you.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, do you think your hometown is a good place to bring up children?
I think yes, because the place where I live is the second topmost best place to live in India. So here we have multiple educational institutes and top MNC companies which are like famous here. So like we have good infrastructure, good education, and good job opportunities. So I think yes, it's a good place for youngsters to bring it up.
Okay. Okay, that is the end of my question part.
All right.
Thank you, Frank.
Thank you so much, sir. And now it is time for Ishini, and who will pair with her? I mean, Rita, would you like to take part in that communication, or should I ask questions to Ishini? All right. right, Ishini, can you introduce
Do you-
yourself first of all? I mean, it's first time we are meeting with each other. Can you introduce yourself, please?
You and me?
Okay, sir.
Oh,
I'm Ishini Anjana. I'm from Sri Lanka, and you can call me Ishi. Sri Lanka. My hometown is Valigama. It's in southern province of Sri Lanka, and it's around the most area of Valigama is surrounded by the sea. It's a coastal area. Most of the people in our area are doing tourism and fishing. They are in fishing industry. That's all it.
Right, that's very good. Thank you so much. So Ishini, as you were in this communication for almost half an hour, right? So what we are doing at the moment, we are dividing people in pair and examiner and examinee, right? So, and one of my good friend Tanvir Ahmed recently joined in, right? So what I'll do, I'll pair you with Tanvir, and Tanvir will be your examiner. He'll ask you some questions, or if you want to ask him questions, and then we'll switch with each other, right? Does it make sense to you?
Yes.
All right. And Tanvir Ahmed, can you unmute yourself, please? Hi, Tanvir, can you hear me, please? I think Tanvir is away at the moment, so I'll ask you questions, Ishini. I mean, that will be more appropriate. Or Rita, would you like to be part in this communication, please?
sure,
What do you think?
sure.
Yeah.
Yep,
And
on board.
yes, please carry on with 5 questions in part 1 for Ishini, please. Thank you.
Part 1. Okay, let me pull up my questions. Give me a minute. Ooh, that's tough. Just one sec. Okay, questions. How many questions? 4, 5?
5 questions, please. Just make it 5, high 5.
Okay. So, okay, it's about computers.
Okay.
Do you often use a computer?
Yes, I'm using because nowadays I'm encouraging my studies. So because of this pandemic period, we use computers for our studies because most of the classes are doing in online. So I'm using computers mostly for that.
All right. Do you think it is important for children to learn to use computer?
I think it's not important because nowadays most of the people have various diseases because of these because of using computers because the children use computers very very well. So in Sri Lanka there are few. I think in this year in January month, five children are died because of this overusing computers.
All right.
Because I think it's not important.
Next question. Do old people in your country use computers?
Not all peoples. They are
Old. I
most
mean
of
old. Not young people, old. Do old people in your country use computers?
I think no, because they have in Sri Lanka our we use technology recently, so because of that, most of the old peoples are not using computers and um, technological equipments. So I think no.
Oh, all right. Next questions. It's about what you do in the evenings. What do you do in the evening?
Most of the time, I like to watch TV series in the evening, and also I'm doing gardening. It's my hobby because I think my mind is relaxing by when I'm doing gardening. So in the evening time, I always go to garden and doing various things.
So, what activities or do people in your country stay out late in the evening?
Yeah, most of the people are going out in evening because nowadays most of people spend busy life, so they are always try to go out in the evening because they are free at that time. So I think most of the people are stay out in the evening.
Okay, your next question is what activities are popular in the evening in your country?
Most of the people in our country, yeah, they are stay at evening in the beach because most of the people like to see sunset in the sea. So and in the evening time they are playing games like netball, volleyball, cricket, like so many games in the beach. So most of the people are staying in the beach because it is more relaxing for the people.
All right, so your last question. Do you do the same thing in the evening as you did when you were a child?
Yeah, when I'm a child, I always try to go to beach with my father because yeah, most of the people in our country like to that because they want to play, they want to relax, they want to spend time with their parents. So they like to spend evening time in the beach and their parents.
Okay, that's your last question for today.
Thank you so much. And would you like to be the examiner for Rita, madam?
Yeah, it's okay.
Yes, thank you. And I think we also have Tanvir in the communication, so I'll try to fit him in after you. So it's over to you now, please. Just bring 5 good questions for Rita, please. Thank you.
Thanks.
Hello, Ishini, you should ask questions now, please. It's your room.
Okay. Tell me about about a time when you visited somewhere and lost your important thing.
Can you repeat, please?
Yeah.
About a time?
Tell me about a time when you visited somewhere and lost your important thing.
Okay, so the time when I visited my friend and I lost my cell phone, and actually that was a beautiful day with a very beautiful blue sky when I looked up, and I thought like, okay, I was so happy. But then when I found out that I lost my cell phone, then that was really a disaster.
And tell me, what is it?
Hmm? I'm sorry.
What
So
is the important thing you lost there?
my cell phone.
Okay. Where you lost it?
Sorry, do you? Sorry, Ishini. Come again, please.
Where you lost it? Where you lost it?
Okay, so are you asking me cue cards? A cue card question?
No, it's I thinking and telling you. It's a cue card section.
Well, I think you should take a book, Ishini. I mean, we are practicing, all these modules, and we are using books to ask questions. If you do have some questions from the book, that will be more appropriate.
No,
I think Ishini is not ready for that, Dave, because this is her first time. She
Yeah.
didn't
Yes.
know, I think.
Right.
So,
So, ladies and
next
gents,
time.
we are almost running out of time over here. But once this call is done, right, we'll join once again because Tanveer is left, and I'm the one who need to practice after that. So I'm just letting you know about it. Right? Should I ask you questions, Rita? Will you mind that? Right? I do have some
No,
questions.
go
for you.
ahead.
Good question. Right? Do you play any sports?
At the moment I don't. That's very unfortunate. But I used to play basketball when I was small. I
Right.
often played with my brothers.
Right. Thank you. And what are the most popular sports in your country at the moment, man?
I just mentioned it. I'm sure even from a long time ago, basketball was already popular, and until now. And the reason why I can say it's popular is because it's like every household has got their basketball court either inside the house or in their garage.
All right. Thank you. And is it better to play sports or watch it? And what's your opinion about it?
Oh, if I could play a sport, I would prefer to play than watch, because watching is just, you can be very passive, and I want all the time, I want to be active.
All right. Indoor games or outdoor games? What is your preference and why?
I would prefer outdoor games or outdoor sport or any activities outdoor, and it's because I love to be in the sun, and I like to have these activities when I can get sunshine.
All right. And can sports be dangerous?
It can be dangerous if you will take it to the extent or a very dangerous level. But if you play a sport just for fun, then it's okay. It's always under control.
All right. And do men and women play different sports in your country?
There are sports that men and women share the same. They play the same. Like I mentioned also earlier, that I used to play with my brothers. Two brothers, me, we played basketball. So it's nothing about gender. Okay, that's about it. Now, so hello YouTube, just stay put. And we'll be back. Okay. Okay, I'm waiting. Yes. Okay, here we go. Back to Zoom. I hope I can get it fast. It's coming, it's coming. Come on, come on. Okay. Quick, 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 quick. Okay, got it. Here.
Welcome back, ladies and gents. And I was asking questions. The last question was, do men and women play different sports in your country? That was the question.
Oh yeah, for sure. Men and women in my country, they play basketball. And like I said, when I was small, I played basketball with my two brothers.
Right. Thank you so much, Rita. And your answers were very comprehensive, and very nice. Thank you so much, and you did a good job.
Thank you.
Right. Uzair joined in, and I will ask questions to Uzair. Uzair, you have to unmute yourself, sir.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, your exam is tomorrow, I guess, right?
Yes, I have exam. Today it was my journal test, but the speaking test is tomorrow morning.
Right. I wish you luck for your examination tomorrow. Right, Uzair, without wasting your time, and you feeling butterflies, don't you? Nervous?
What are you saying? Can't hear you.
I mean, do you feel butterflies? I mean, this is what we call it when someone is nervous. So how is it?
Not that much.
All right, that's very good. So Uzair, what I'll do, I'll pair you with Masum, and
Okay.
right, and Masum will ask you questions, and you will be examiner for Masum. Masum, you have to unmute yourself, sir, first of all. Masum, can you hear me? Or meanwhile, if Masum is away, I'll ask you questions, right? That will
Okay.
be more appropriate, right? So first question is, I will ask you questions, right? So I want to tell you, like, we are practicing on part one only today, right? So I'll ask you questions in part one, right? So,
Okay.
all right. So what are you doing at the moment? Are you working or are you student?
Currently, I am working in a. Currently, I am working as a software engineer in a multinational company.
Right. So we have two software engineers over here. I mean, Sandro is also a software engineer. Anyways.
Okay.
Right. When you go out, when you go out, do you usually go alone or you go with others? And why is it?
Honestly speaking, I am an extrovert person. I try to communicate with my friends and friends and cousins. So when I go out, I try to go with my friends or my cousins.
Right, that's very good answer. So, is there any particular time in the week when you prefer to go out, sir?
Well, there is a jogging jogging track near our home, and preferably on weekend, especially on Saturday. I plan to go in the evenings at 4 p.m. almost.
All right, thank you. And do you think it is important to do some regular exercise? And why is it?
Exercise is really, I think, exercise is really essential for your health, and when you should exercise regularly. It improves your stamina and it releases your stress.
Right. And what are the advantages of physical sport? The outdoor games or physical activities, please. Do you see
Physical activities, as I told you earlier, physical activities help a lot to to comfort yourself, and it releases stress also. So in physical activities, when you are if you are doing some physical activity like playing games with your with friends or any other opponent, also will help you increase your communication skills.
All right, communication skills. I mean, did you mention that one? All right, okay. Right, and Can physical activities be dangerous? I mean, this is a repeated question. I mean, although the questions were different, but that's a repeated question. Can sports or physical activities like exercise or gymming can be dangerous? What is your opinion about it?
I don't think so that the physical games and physical activities are dangerous for someone, because it helps you to improve your stamina. But I don't think they are dangerous that much.
All right, thank you so much. This is end of part one for you. All right,
Okay.
thank you. All right, so who else is left? It's me only. So, Uzair, will you mind asking questions to me, please, now?
Okay. Please hold on a second.
Yes, and make sure you'll ask questions in part one because this is weekend
Okay.
and everyone want to have some easy questions tonight.
Okay. Okay.
All right, thank you.
So, in which part of your country do most people live in?
Well, I would say India is one of the most populous country. I mean, it's full of people, and it's just we'll talk about the largest country all over the world. This comes number two, and most of the popular the people are living in cities and small cities and large cities as well. I mean these. So most of the Indian 55% people live in either in small cities and big cities. So
Okay. And tell me about the main industries there.
well, software development and export houses are very much popular over here because India is known for its software and call center industry. And
Okay.
these, all right, thank you.
And how it is easy to travel around your country?
Well, the best way to transport is Indian Railways, and they have very good and very comfortable train network all over India. So that's the best way of transportation, and you can use uh, public transport, which is quite good, but you can travel through the road as well, which is quite good as well.
Okay. And has your country changed much since you were a child?
Well, it has changed a lot, to be honest. And earlier we were dependent on transportation through trains and what we call it road transport. But India has developed after that, and now we do have metros and that express train, bullet train will start in India soon. So it has changed a lot from earlier time when in 90s. I come from 90s, I born in 90s, so it has changed a lot since then.
Okay. These were the 4 questions that I have to ask you. Part one.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much,
Okay.
Uzair. Yeah, it's over to you now, Rita. I mean, you will take this ahead from here because everyone else is done over here. I think
Okay, I can ask
we'll
Sandro
start again
questions.
with where is the Sandro? Yes,
I
Sandro is
can,
over here.
yeah, I can ask questions for whoever wants to answer.
Yeah, we'll start once again with Sandro, and then we'll move ahead with others. Sandro. So we'll make a circle once again now.
Okay, Sandro.
Okay. Yeah, nice to meet you again.
Yeah. All
So
right.
yeah, I mean, you can start asking me, please.
Okay. So your questions, the context is keeping in touch with people. How do you usually contact your friends?
Well, nowadays we have different ways to contact our friends. I most of the time I email them. As we can go out, we can hang out with them because of this pandemic. I chat with them a lot.
Okay, good answer. Do you prefer to contact different people in different ways?
Yes, I would say that I prefer chat with them nowadays. I think this is kind of tendency. Many people, are inclined to do that. So yeah, I should pick this option up.
Do you find it easy to keep in contact with friends and family?
Oh, sorry, I couldn't hear you properly.
Do you find it easy to keep in contact with friends and family?
It is important. The first part
Easy. Do you
I
find it easy?
It's easy. Okay, got it. Well, nowadays, on these days, I think it's so easy to keep in contact with them because of the technology. I mean, we with one click or two click, we can text them and we can, trying to catch up with their life and to know what is going on. And also, nowadays it's so important to be in contact with their family or friends just to, double check that they are in the right track and they are doing well, not just with professionally, but also personally with their health also, because many people have been, getting ill for this pandemic, for this horrible disease.
Okay, so next question. How did people in your country keep in contact with friends and family in the past?
Well, in the past, people usually hang out. I mean, I think that was the only way to keep in contact with them. Visit or stand by or at their house or visit personally. And also, I would say that most of the people send, send envelopes. So this is the way that people realize how their loved ones were.
Okay, next question is about laughing.
Okay.
What kinds of things make you laugh?
Well, when jokes made me, made me laugh, and also when I watch videos on YouTube about, for instance, about cats or stand-up comedies or funny videos, just funny videos, that made me laugh.
Do you think or do you like making other people laugh?
Well, I'm not kind of outgoing person. Even I would say that I'm so a bit shy and introverted. Sorry. So I would say that no, I don't like to do that. I feel sometimes I can be offensive when I try to, to make a joke. So I try to take back myself.
All right. Do you think it's important for people to laugh?
It's so important. I mean, they can enhance their life by doing that. They can, feel more energetic and happier as well. So I think it's overly important. It's the people can laugh frequently. Whenever the way or the source that can cause that laughing, but they should do that.
Okay, your last question, Sandro. Is laughing the same as feeling happy, do you think?
They are related to some extent because I do believe that laughing causes happiness to some extent because you are, spending a good moment. It can be alone, it can be, with your loved ones or when you're surrounded by your friends. I would say that there is a connection between those, between laughing and happiness.
Okay, excellent. That's your last question.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Rita and Sandro. So, Masum, you have to unmute yourself if you can hear us because you are the one who left. I tried to.
Okay, yes, I'm here.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yes. So, what I do,
Sorry for interrupting you. I just want to ask Rita and you, or whoever wants an opinion about or feedback about my speaking. So what will be the recommendations?
Yes, over to you, Rita. I mean, she is best to advise you something. I mean, I'll leave with Rita on that one. I mean, Rita.
Thank you.
Yes, Sandro, you have to give me time because I did not pay attention. I was just focused on the questions. But I'm recording this session so I can go over it and I'll tell you the feedback. That be okay?
Okay. Thank you so much, Rita. I appreciate that.
No problem.
All right, thank you so much, Sandro. Sandro, will you mind asking questions to Masum? And Masum is one of one of my friend, and he recently joined in. So, will you mind asking 5 questions to him in part 1, please?
Sure, I can.
Yes, thank you
So
much.
let me find the question.
Yes, please.
Okay. Okay. Well, first of all, nice to meet you, Masum. So let me ask you for the first question. It's about shopping. Okay.
Okay.
Do you like shopping?
Yes, absolutely. I do like shopping. It is I have lots of obsessions on it because especially in every weekend, even sometimes in many occasions I'm used to go. I'm used to do shopping in various outlets. Although in Bangladesh, in surrounding area, plenty of shopping mall, and among them, Shubasto as well as Basundhara City are the best. Even I go there repeatedly, at least once a week.
Okay. Do you compare prices when you shop?
Definitely, I compare the prices when I shop because price is a big matter. While I buy someone something, because from my perspective, if the customer has a tendency to bargain, even they try to minimize their price. Just from this perspective, I also do the same. I try to bargain and try to minimize the cost of the product whenever I do buy.
Okay. It is difficult for you to make choices when you shop.
Yes, it is quite common for me to choose the suitable product which will goes with me. And although whenever I go to shopping mall at a time, I can see in plenty of product. For example, shirt or pant, but it made me confused to select the suitable product which will be perfect for me. So I'm in dilemma, I should say. While I'm buying the product.
Okay. So let's talk about newspaper magazine.
Okay.
So do you prefer to read newspaper or magazine?
Well, actually, I don't prefer to read a newspaper, but in some cases, I used to read a magazine. But at present, I'm very interested to read any types of news over the online. So the newspaper is I don't have any habit to read newspaper, especially in the from the morning or this afternoon.
Okay. Do you prefer to read the news online or on a printed newspaper?
Well, as I said earlier that, and I do not prefer to read any newspaper, but I like to, especially I like to read the headline, because in some cases I don't have any time to read deeply throughout the magazine or newspaper as well. So maximum time I overlook it. Just I try to understand the headline what they mean.
Okay. Next question. Do you prefer? Oh, sorry. Now, last question is, let's talk about insects. Do you like insects?
Sorry, I didn't get you, but would you please repeat it?
Sure. Do you like insects?
Insect, okay. I'm afraid I don't like this any kinds of insects, because I try to keep me away from these sorts of animals, or even what should I say? I mean, so I think in some cases, from my experience, I can share that in some cases it brings these sorts of animals bring some different types of dangerous thing for the human life. Even it spread in some cases toxic. So therefore, I don't prefer to have these sorts of insects.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much for your answers.
Thank you so much,
Okay,
Sandro. All right, so Abdullah and Ishini, can you pair with each other, please? I mean, just 5 questions to each other in part 2, please. Ishini and Abdullah Imran Ahmed, please. I mean, you have to unmute yourself if you can hear me.
Yes, sir.
And Abdullah, are you still here or you have left the communication? I'm not sure. All right. Okay. Sorry. I think he's away at the moment. So, can you ask Ishini? Ishini, can you ask questions to Uzair, please?
She
Yes,
doesn't
sir.
have.
Yeah.
She
Right.
doesn't
Uzair,
have
can you
questions.
unmute yourself, please?
Yes.
I can do.
Hello.
Dave, I can do. I can ask questions for both Uzair and Ishini.
Yeah, that will be more good. I mean, let's start with Uzair because Uzair have a test tomorrow. So we'll
Okay.
start with Uzair first of all.
For sure. All right. Questions
And
coming up,
Ishini asks
Uzair.
questions. Yeah,
It's
Ishini,
about.
you will be the next one.
I'm sorry. Okay, it's about music. What types of music do you like to listen to?
Well, if you ask me about the music, I like jazz music. But when I was a child, I usually like pop music. But nowadays, I like jazz music.
What times of day do you like to listen to music?
When I'm tired and I have completed all my tasks or all my work, usually when I come to work from office, I listen to the music to get some comfort.
All right. Did you learn to play a musical instrument when you were a child?
Honestly speaking, I tried my best, but I wasn't able to learn any musical instrument. I tried to learn guitar, but it was quite difficult for me to learn this musical instrument.
Do you think all children should learn to play a musical instrument?
I think children should learn at least one musical instrument in their life because it helps you to focus more.
Okay. So I'll give you your last question. How well, this is about neighbors. How well do you know the people you live next door to you? Oh, how well do you know the people who live next door to you?
Well, I'm living in this house for almost 10 years, and I know my neighbors really well. But the two of them are my friends, and they were my classmates also. So I have a lot of good relation with them. We went to the same school, we went to the same class. So we had a very good relation with each other.
Okay, so that's about it for you, Uzair. Now for Ishini.
Ishini is the next one now, please.
Okay, so it's about neighbors, Ishini. How often do you see your neighbors?
I think in all day I have seen my neighbors because most of us get together in the evening and talk plethora of things. So I oftenly have contact with them.
What kinds of problems do people sometimes have with their neighbors?
In our area and in my life, I haven't seen any problem with neighbors, but I think there are some problems in when we are putting wasted things that mean where most of the people are keep their dustbins front of the house in our area. So some people try to keep their dustbin near to neighbor's house. So I think there is a problem.
Okay. How do you think neighbors can help each other?
Sorry.
How do you think neighbors can help each other?
Most of the peoples near my house are helping each other. I have an experience of that because one day there is I don't know the name of that animal that was in our roof, and that animal is always keep noisy environment in our house. In that time, we tell our neighbor that front of our house, when we are telling him, he quickly come and help us. So my neighbors are helping each other every time.
Okay, so your next two questions about pets. Do you have a pet?
Yeah, I have. I have a dog as my pet.
Do you like your dog?
Yeah, I like very much because my dog is brown color and it's male dog, female dog. So I like my dog very much because she always keep care about us. Most of the pets are like that. So I love my pet.
Okay, so your last question, Ishini. What is a popular pet in your country?
Popular pet is dog. There are so many pets. Most of people are keeping dogs as their pets. Yeah.
Okay, that's about it.
Right, thank you. And Abdullah is the next one. And let me ask questions to Abdullah, Rita. I mean, I know you have asked questions to earlier. I mean, to Ishini, and let me take this opportunity now. Abdullah, you have to unmute yourself, sir. We are running out of
Yes,
time.
yes.
Right. So I'll give you a few questions, right? So first question is, what make a person famous, sir?
Hello.
You are
Yes.
muted. You are
Repeat the
muted.
question.
Yes. Uh, what make a person famous?
Hello.
Yes, what makes a person famous?
What makes a person
Famous.
is the most root and yeah. What makes a person famous? Okay, I think the acting or highly educated person. Uh, uh, these two situation in life, every person will make. I think.
Right, that's fine. Don't worry. All right.
I think
What kind? Yeah.
these
What?
two situation, every person will make a famous.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. The second question is.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yes. Your voice breaking. Yes. Can you
Yeah.
hear me?
I think I don't know. It is me or you, right? If it is me, I can allocate someone else. If it is
It's
you,
okay,
sorry, I
Dave.
can't help
It's
you out in
okay.
that.
Yours is okay. It's Abdullah. It's Imran's
Yeah, I
connection.
think it.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it is you, sir.
Sounds like you're under
I
a tunnel, Imran.
okay. I gave you a question.
So, what kind of people will be famous in future, sir?
Actually, I am thinking in future the the professionalism will always lead over the other person. I think in future.
All right, thank you. And what responsibilities to society do famous people have?
What responsible? Uh, Famous people have many responsibilities in our society because they seem they likely more likely a role model, and they have to be a role model for other people, and because people always follow the celebrity or famous people, that's why their role should be very clear, very like a hard worker, and attractive to other people. That doing things better. I
Right,
in my
right.
personal
And
view.
the last question is, should the media be able to invade the privacy of famous people?
Yes, because every person has a right to have responsibility or security or personal limitation, and uh, media should play a vital role in this scenario, because every person has a personal responsibility and security.
Right. Thank you so much, Abdullah. Immu, you are the next one. If you can hear me, please. We have 7, 8 minutes and more in this communication, so let's not waste time, right?
Okay.
Right. How do you spend your spare time?
Well, it depends. Like if I'm at home, I will try to browse some social media apps like Facebook or Instagram. When I am at office, I will try to discuss something with my colleagues.
Right. And when you go out, do you usually go alone or with others, and why is it?
It depends upon the situation. Like when I am at home, I may have to go alone, but when I am at work, I will try to take my two friends or colleagues along with me.
Right. And what kind of music do you enjoy listening to?
Well, I'm not fond of music, but when I feel like I'm stressed, I would like to listen to instrumental music.
Right. And if you can play any musical instrument, does it help you to enjoy music more?
It's like an hobby. Like people feel less stress or they like enjoy doing what they do with the musical instrument. So I think yes, when you play any musical instrument, you feel little relaxed and you feel like you're giving your best to make the thing good.
Right. And what musical instrument do most people play in your country?
There are many instruments which people play in my country, but I believe like the guitar is the most favorite among the youngsters. I see like many people playing it in the functions, in the birthday parties, or in their leisure time.
Right. Thank you. And this is end of part one. Right. So who is the next one? I mean, who left? Sorry. It's I don't know. I mean, it's me, I guess. We'll ask some questions.
You want me to ask you questions, Dave?
Yes, please. Yes, please. Bring it on.
Okay. All right, give me a sec. Okay, here you go. Telephoning. How often do you make telephone calls?
Well, I'm a sales professional, and I make phone calls every day to get in touch with my clients. And if I don't email or phone call to my clients, it break the communication between us. So I use phone almost 18 hours in a day. I mean, this is what I do. So yeah.
Okay. When do you think you'll next make a phone call from now?
Well, yeah, I think I'll give a call to Uzair after that because he has test tomorrow. So I'll ask him a few questions. So I'll make a phone call to him just after this call.
Okay. Do you sometimes prefer to send a text instead of telephoning?
Well, it is very good way. Sometimes people are traveling, they are out, and it is polite to give them a message before calling them. So it is very polite to give them a message.
Okay, your next question's about weekends. How do you usually spend your weekends?
Well, I sleep in weekends. That's what I do because whenever I'm working, it is very hard to get rest. Especially only I can sleep in night, and which is less sleep. So I usually sleep in weekends. Sorry.
Okay, which is your favorite part of the weekend?
Well, I love Sundays, and usually I go out with my family in the evening and to McDonald's, or there is another restaurant near to my place, and we usually eat pizza or burger over there, which is I always do. And sometimes I go out for movie, latest movie from Bollywood. This is what I usually do, and that's the part I like most with my family or friends.
Do you think weekends are long enough?
Well, I will prefer to weekends to be 3 days in a week. I mean 4-3 will be good combination because you have so many home chores to do, and I don't think so it is possible to do in weekends. Monday to Friday we are working, and all these businesses are working on Monday to Friday. And whenever you are off in weekends, right? And all these like banks and all also off, so you can't make your work, you can't do your home chores. So I prefer to work for 4 days. 4-3 is good combination for work.
Excellent. We will be cut off soon. Your last question. How important do you think it is to have free time at the weekends? There. Last question and we are finished. Okay guys, bye YouTube.